Well, I wake up early at the crack of dawn, get my t-shirt, put my old boots on, and I'm gone. Well, I get my dog and put him in the truck. We hit the road.
F&T's Tailgate Adventures is brought to you by F&T's Fur Harvesters Trading Post, Kelly's Hay-Lights, Ultra Advantage Dog Food, F&T Canine Classic Hunting Dog Boxes, Dan's Hunting Gear, United Kennel Club, C&H Publishing, Wild Spirit Guide Service, Midnight Hunting World.
Hello and welcome to F&T's Tailgate Adventures. Today we're going to take you on a hunt that we had early May, an unusual May day.
Man, it was hot that day. It was hot and dry.
It was unbelievably hot and dry for Indiana, probably anywhere that time of year. But we were out with Jim Stinnett and a couple of friends of his. We were out running some beagle dogs. Well, what should have been a training exercise, but, well, I don't know if anybody would have waited for a 90-degree day to take the dogs out training.
And I'm going to tell you, it was a very unusual location. I would never have thought that's where we would have been rabbit hunting. Yeah,
you need to stay tuned and find out where we are hunting, because this is a location that probably a lot of houndsmen probably would not have choose to turn loose in. But just stay tuned. But I'm out here with Jim Stinnett and John and Travis McCarthy and Jesse Conley, and we're doing some beagle hunting. So some tricolored dogs, which Joe and I are accustomed to, but just a little bit shorter. And where are we gonna make? We've come back. We're actually in northern Indiana. We're not too far off the highway. But what are we looking at here, Jim? Where are we going to be cutting them?
We're hunting in a place where we run dogs a lot, and most of this is field. There's small patches of hardwoods and briar thickets.
Okay.
And the rabbits in this area right here are really plentiful because nobody can hunt it.
Okay.
And we run dogs here a lot. It is close to the highway, but we've never had any trouble, and we've had some great races in here.
Well, let's hope we have a few of those today.
I sure do.
Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to get out of the shade, but we want to walk over here and send them on in there and see what happens? All right, let's cut them. So it's going to be hot on the dogs, guys. Well, what about tracking? When it's hot and humid like this, is the tracking good, or?
You never can tell. Some days, some days it's awesome. Some days you just will stay at home.
I didn't know if the humidity helps it or hinders it, or.
I think you just had some rain up here, haven't you, Jim? Yeah, I would think it'd be all right.
Decent tracking.
The thing about running beagles is you never know how the tracking's. You would think some days it'll be perfect.
Yeah.
And you never know until the dogs start running how you're running going to be. Just hear one struck right there.
Who's that?
That's my Abby female.
So who'd you bring today? Obviously Abby. Who else did you bring?
I brought M&M Rocky Road.
Okay. Older dogs, younger dogs? Or?
They're both litter mates. They just turned 5 this year, back in May.
All right. Jim?
I brought a 5-year-old female, Tiffany.
Okay.
And I brought a young year-and-a-half-old male, Skeeter.
Okay.
What about a 4-year-old female?
Also, we got some experience out here, huh?
Yeah.
Now, if they were my kennel, I might call them pups, but that's just so I have an excuse later. It's kind of thick in there.
Right there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in that corner, there's just a little small section of hardwoods.
Yeah.
Then there's a junk pile or 2 laying in. And then there's just all briar thickets on the other side of it. That's pretty quick right
Sounds like they're coming.
Yeah, it sounds like they're heading this way. You might be able to.
You want to get around it?
Yeah.
Do that.
I think it might go down the fence though.
Cool.
Where'd it go? In that?
Park right there where they
Oh,
were.
did it?
Yeah, right there.
honestly, that rabbit, if they stay on that.
So now, we actually saw that rabbit twice. We saw it come out when it went down, and then when it came back, what do you think the odds are? Is it going to loop around, or is it going to come right do the same thing over again if they don't catch it?
If they stay on the same rabbit, more than likely it'll go in there and circle and come right back down this just the way it ran.
Okay.
Rabbits run basically the same pattern once they get out.
Yeah.
And but you know, if they jump another one, they could change their route.
Now, how's the heat on the rabbits?
The heat's hard on the rabbits too, especially with 5 dogs chasing them. It's pretty hard on them.
There's a high likelihood they may even catch the rabbit.
Yeah, if they stay on it and run
If they stay on that same rabbit for a little while, they'll have him.
Well, now whose dog's going to catch the rabbit?
Nah, I couldn't tell you that.
We're going to do side bets on that?
I always say Tippy.
Tippy's going to catch it? Because Shane might catch a photo finish. We might know exactly what happened.
That'd be awesome. I'd be fine with that, whether if I was first or last.
We've filmed a couple competition hunts where they wish there wasn't a camera with us. Well, that rabbit snuck back down here. But John, you got out there. There's a bunch over by that big sand hill.
Yeah, there were 2 that come out of the woods and run right past the big overburden pile there. And there's a little brush pile there. They ran between the pile and the dirt pile there.
Okay. Well, when we caught those coming through that little path right here, whose dogs were on that? Is everyone going to claim those?
Yeah,
One was mine.
One was yours.
One was mine.
Well, you guys competition hunt, right? You guys go to field trials as well?
Yeah.
All these dogs have been competition hunted?
Yes.
Field trials? You guys hunt with each other a lot? It's kind of the same circuit, same group of guys? Or?
Yeah, me and Jesse run together pretty much all the time, and we see Travis at the field trials all the time.
Just don't talk to him there?
Not very much. Try to stay away from
I'm 2 hours south, so we anytime there's a hunt between me and him or vice versa, we see each other.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of a different hound. I mean, if you're going to a competition hunt with a beagle, they better pack, right? You're just not going to get a piece of the action.
No, they got a pack.
You know?
Yeah, you want them to pack.
Us coonhound guys want our dogs to get out yonder by themselves, but that's kind of different, here.
Right, we want them to pack fast.
Yeah.
Or else they're not getting any of the action.
Sure. Well, it is hot, so what do you think? Can we call those dogs and catch them? Maybe give them a break and then cut them out again? You think?
Sure, absolutely.
Well, let's meander back over there and see if we can catch them.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, guys. They're your dogs. Are they rested? Cooled off maybe a bit?
It should be.
Good enough.
As good as they're gonna get?
Good,
Yep.
we're gonna get today.
John, you said when you came back over here, there were some rabbits up in front.
Yeah, I saw 2 cross the lane here and went in between the dirt pile here and a brush pile down there.
And now the highway's right there. I wouldn't do this. With my big old leggy hound, I wouldn't turn loose. But you guys all right?
We'll be fine.
They'll just circle right in here?
Circle right in here.
All right. Well, let's lead them up there and see if we can get them fired up. The dogs got around the sand hill up by the road, so we had to catch them. And we're one man down, but we got his dog. So we're gonna send them back in here. The dogs haven't even hunted this little circle, so you think we can get one?
They haven't even been up in here, and I think we can get one pretty good.
Okay. So let's get them back in here and then send them and find some more shade.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Are they getting back towards that field we were at earlier?
Actually, the back side of the field runs the whole back length of this thing, and they're kind of like in the corner of this section.
Okay. They're not going to come back this way, though. We need to head in there deeper?
I think we should head in there deeper, yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Coming out!
The one to my left is easier to swim.
Come on, Rocky.
Yeah.
There you go. Feel the feeling,
Luckily, we had two guys keeping an eye on the rabbits because one went high, one went low. The dogs caught the one that went across the little ravine there. I know Travis caught this one because he went right by him. Shane caught the other one. This is like Rabbit City, USA you guys got going on here. It's low with rabbits because no one else is crazy enough to hunt here, that's why.
Yeah. They had me worried up there for a second.
They were running right along that fence, right along the highway there.
I was about ready to jump in the 4-lane.
Yeah, that's a pretty busy 4-lane highway up there, yeah.
Keep your mind on what you're doing.
Yeah. So they busted that down the hill and got into the back in the stick stuff again. Will that thing circle around, you think?
I don't know if you'll come back out today.
We probably should move down, at least along the edge.
Is your ravine back there?
All right.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of this thing.
Okay. Well, we've come through here and got back out in the field and got on them. So let's move back down that way. Well, we got probably half a dozen hot races going. I'm gonna have to tell you guys, when we pulled in here, I thought Jim was a bit crazy. And I think the answer is he is.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit.
but because he's the only crazy one around, there's a ton of rabbits in here.
Yep.
Great running spots.
Oh man.
Awesome.
Got a lot of hot races. We lost Jesse, but he'd been working today and he's a diabetic, I guess, so we can't drag him to the woods and risk that. So we lost him, but
he's smart enough to go home.
He was smart enough to go home. Yeah, when it was much hotter.
Yes, much hotter.
But and I think it'd probably been a little bit better races if it wasn't so hot.
Yeah.
Think?
It sure would have been, for sure.
I mean, especially when they got out in that other field over there. I mean, 'cause that's pretty dry ground, even though it's been raining. That's dry, hard clay over there.
The sun beating on it all day. It was hard for them to pick up the scent across there.
Yeah.
As soon as they got up toward that grass area there, they picked it up, and they could smell it then.
Good dog.
Yeah. But some good dog action. But I appreciate you guys. we've been talking to Jim for some time trying to put something together. I guess we had to wait for the hottest day in May
Absolutely.
Hottest day of the year.
to go rabbit hunting. And it probably ain't going to get much hotter. It was in the 90s today, sun beating down, humid.
It was sticky.
Yep.
And they still ran pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. But I sure appreciate you guys, you know, taking me out, taking a coon hunter out, showing them some real dog action.
Anytime.
Got to see a lot of rabbits and got to see some dogs, you know, give her heck. So I appreciate it. Travis, good meeting you.
Good meeting you.
John,
You too.
Jim,
Thanks for having us.
you tell Jesse that hope he's doing well, and we appreciate him letting us see his dog go.
Yeah, I will.
And I think we'll wait for the weather to cool off and maybe we'll hit it again.
Sounds good.
That'd be awesome.
All right. Until next time, this is another episode of F&T's Tailgate Adventures.
F&T's Tailgate Adventures has proudly partnered with these fine kennels: Chris Brett Kennels, Oak Ridge Kennels, McCoy's Black River Kennels, and the home of Buck Creek Mr. Smith, Extreme Insane X, and Nocturnal X. F&T's Tailgate Adventures is brought to you by F&T's Fur Harvesters Trading Post, Ultra Advantage Dog Food, F&T Canine Classic Hunting Dog Boxes, Kelly's A-Lights, Dan's Hunting Gear, United Kennel Club,
Sometimes my good dogs take
C&H Publishing, Midnight Hunting World, and Wild Spirit Guide Service.